Oh, camping season. And of course, I'm not talking about going out in the woods, pitching a tent, having a fire, and roasting some s'mores. I'm talking about training camp season, baby. It is training camp. The pads are on. People are getting physical. It's getting real. Practices are happening. Lots of storylines coming out of the Valley Broncos country. It is time for the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast here on the Orange and Blue Network. Let's freaking go.
Smooth, the pins to chew, breaking down plays about to debut. Never pride in every view, nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Bright lights of my heart in our view. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. From draft picks to game reviews, celebrating wins and the lies and the clues. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. No orange and blue.
Nothing rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast.
What's up, Broncos country? And how you doing, Orange and Blue crew? Welcome to another edition of the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast here on the Orange and Blue Network in partnership with the MHRT Network and powered by Broncos World Order. I am so excited that you joined us tonight to talk about our favorite subject, the Denver Broncos. I'm Johnny Baki, the Mile High Viking. With me, as always, my cousin, my childhood best friend, and my co-host, Jay the Dreamweaver.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Yep, that's what's up. How you doing, cuz?
Oh, peachy keen, sir. Just soaking in the vibes of training camp. Thinking of preseason football on the horizon. And Johnny, that starts Thursday night.
I know.
The Hall of Fame game. Here we go. Here we go, folks. So excited we finally got there.
We are 12 days away from orange and blue uniforms on the field. I'm
Nikes.
I know, and I came this close, Jay, because I came this close to grabbing myself some tickets to the Hall of Fame game. But
you're not that far away.
No, I'm not. Well, Canton's about 7 hours, but I've never been. But it would have been worth the drive. But at the end of the day, I decided, if I'm going to spend my money on tickets, it's got to be on some Broncos tickets. So
yeah,
I told my wife, who was trying to get me to get the tickets, because she was like, I know you've always wanted to go. And I'm like, yes, but you know what? There's no Broncos going into the Hall of Fame this year. I think I'll save that experience for a time when I can be there honoring a Denver Bronco.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's what she said.
That's right. So I'm really excited. I'm still really excited. Hall of Fame games, always fun. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, but still fun. And then, of course, like I said, we are only 12 days away from the very first preseason game, Denver Broncos, which means the very first episode of the Get Bucked Game Day show of the season for the Orange and Blue Network. Dude, I'm so excited, Jay.
Yeah. It's coming. It's a chugging. And it just so happens our first game's against Kyle Shanahan. Gotta love, the inner franchise connections to that franchise. Absolutely love it.
And the dumpster fire that they've become?
Well, I don't know. Not so fast.
Dude, they're well on their way. I mean, they're not the Saints. But come on, man. They let go of every formidable piece on their team this offseason. I mean,
I will trust Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch till the day I die. They know what's best. And just because theoretically on paper they look like they take a step back, that doesn't mean they actually will. So I don't know. I hold judgment until I see the finished product for San Francisco. They're still a juggernaut.
sure. I mean, possibly. We'll see. Just like everything else right now, everything else NFL wide right now, we'll see. Because nobody knows. Yeah, that's right. Steve Atwater, that shit, dude. We'll see.
Everybody's a Super Bowl team right now.
That's right. That's right. 1 week at a time, right? I mean, that's the mentality that we want our team to be going into everything with, right? It's just, we're 0-0 each week.
Yeah.
That's the way they need to be going about it. And according to Quinn Miners, when he talked during his press conference, during camp this last week, he said that he's like, it's just 1 day at a time, man. 1 day at a time. We're not going to sit here and focus on stacking. We're just it's 1 day, 1 game, 1 practice at a time. So, just so much good going on. Guys, thank you for joining us for this July 29th edition of the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast. We are on the Orange and Blue Network. Well, actually, we are the Orange and Blue Network. Well, I got to get that right?
We're here.
So
here we are.
That's right. We are we. We are they. We are them. We are the Orange and Blue Network. So if this is your first time here or you haven't before, please like, subscribe, share, comment on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure you check out the audio version of our podcast on all your favorite platforms, which, by the way, I figured out the issue, got it fixed, and our episodes are going back up now. So you if you prefer an audio podcast, you can now find it on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, or YouTube podcasts, all of it. It's all there. So make sure you go check that out. Also, we are on the march for 539 subscribers, and we are just under 200 subscribers away. So make sure that you share this video out there to your family, to your friends, to anybody you know in Broncos country. Let them know when we hit that milestone, 539, which is Peyton Manning's all-time passing touchdown record. When we hit that, somebody who subscribed is getting a authentic orange Bo Nix jersey. I mean, how awesome is that, right? I mean, it's a giveaway, and all you got to do is subscribe. That's it.
That's
You
it.
got to subscribe. All you got to do is click subscribe. Boom. And of course, when you subscribe, ding that little notification bell so you know when we go live and you don't miss any of our awesome content. Like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the Orange and Blue Blitz. That's a daytime show. Not many of those around. You got Broncos Bros on Mondays. You got Broncos Talk on Wednesdays. And for you Spanish speakers, we got Viva Los Broncos on Fridays at 6. We also have a breaking news podcast called The Fresh Squeeze. And we are, like I said, 12 days away, Jay. 12 days away. Means that we got the Get Bucked Game Day show 1 hour before the game every game day. And we give you the Buck Your Feelings post-game show. Right after every single game, every preseason game, every regular season game, you will always have a place to vent and feel good and talk smack and be proud right after every game. Guys, you don't want to miss any of it. You don't. I promise you.
You can do it!
That's right. Of course, we are partnered with the MHRT network as well, where we were once called home. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, even on Instagram to the MHRT network. We're also powered by Broncos World Order on Facebook. I'm an admin. Make sure you go on over. We're almost 70,000 fans strong right now. We have enough to fill the stadium. Let's put it that way. So come on over and join the Broncos World Order as well on Facebook. Now, of course, one last little bit to get through, and then it's all about the Broncos. I promise we're going to get through it. Me and you together, we gon' get through this. And what better way to get through this than have the energy, right? And then what better way to get energy than by clicking the link in the bio below to get yourself a nice tub right there. Jay's got some. He's about to snort it right up his nostril hole. Get yourself a tub of Dubby Jitterless Energy Blend. I'm pulling it up right now, guys. You are going to love this stuff. They got a new flavor too, Jay. S'mores.
Oh my gosh!
S'mores flavor. I'm gonna go back real quick on this. Boom!
Wow.
S'mores flavor now for the fall. Man, I'm excited. Dubby is amazing stuff. Comes in so many delicious. I'm gonna scroll that down. There we go. That's better. So many delicious flavors in Dubby, and it gives you the kick in the pants you need to get your day started and keep your day going the whole way through. Dubby is amazing stuff, and it's good for you. How can I possibly say that? This stuff gives me energy. No, Dubby has no sugar. It also has no calories or maltodextrin or fillers or artificial colors. It is nothing but amino acids, B vitamins, and nootropics that help keep you sharp throughout your day. So, what does this mean? You don't get the jitters or the crash later. It's incredible stuff. So, guys, jump on over to Dubby.gg, or just click the link in the bio below and go on over, get yourself a dub. But we're going to make it even better, because at checkout, you're just going to punch in code. It's 7 simple letters, letters and numbers, NRWOB10, NRWOB10. That gets you 10% off your order at Dubby. Guys, I'm telling you, jump on over. They're the sponsor of tonight's show, and they are worth every single penny. Now that we're done with that, Jay, let's say we talk some training camp, because
Big stuff.
Such big stuff. So pads came on this week. That's real training camp.
Yep.
That's real training camp. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can see I'm rocking suns out, guns out right now because it's so damn hot outside. I can understand wanting to just be in jerseys and shorts. That's wonderful. But man, there's so many things you cannot do until pads come on. So how you feeling, Jay?
Johnny, we got the yearly tradition of the pads coming on and an Alex Singleton injury. I mean, it is duration as old as time. We've got this routine down, Broncos Country. We know what's up. And that was, I guess, my biggest footnote right out of the gate of the first day of in pads was Alex Singleton going down with the hand injury, from what it sounds like.
It's his thumb.
A little thumb.
Opposable thumb.
He's got to wait, like 4 or 5 days until he can get a cast on, until he can get the full thing, and then he's a full go again.
They expect him to miss a week. A week. So I'm not terribly concerned. We've seen so many guys, so many linebackers, as a matter of fact, not just Singleton, but play with a cast on.
Yeah.
I mean,
true.
He can still wrap you up.
And we haven't necessarily hit upon this point, but Drew Sanders going down.
Oh yeah,
probably the biggest storyline thus far of training camp.
Probably.
Inside linebacker.
Tonight's show is literally titled "Camp Injuries and Depth," because there is so much to talk about now that it's happened. Now that it's happened, we've been humbled a bit, brought back down to earth just a little bit. And now we're going to step back and we're going to evaluate our roster, evaluate places of not necessarily weakness, but places where it's thin.
Yeah. Where
depth is thin. And of course, talk about, if Drew Sanders is out for, as they put it, like I said, we'll get to it, but an extended period.
North of.
Mm-hmm. You got to do the quote. How Dr. Evil do it? Laser. Got to do the quotes. Extended period of time. He's out. How are the Broncos going to, manage this? How are they going to rectify it? What are they going to do to kind of fix things? Are the pieces there? Do we need to bring some new pieces in? We're going to get to all of that. I absolutely promise you. Before we do anything further, though, we got a lot of love going on in the chat right now. So
comments.
Some love. We of course have our very own Broncos World Order in the chat, just telling mirroring what I said a few moments ago. Make sure you jump on over to Facebook.com/Broncos World Order to subscribe, to join. It is one hell of a group. Constant postings. I mean, awesome graphics and cool posts talking about everybody, talking about just the Broncos in general, Broncos history, current events, all this stuff. It's just literally hundreds
Johnny,
of posts a day.
Johnny, let me say something real quick on the behalf
Sure,
of.
go. Yeah.
The graphics that you will get, the potential wallpapers that you can save are
Unbelievable.
uncomparable to other groups. There's a lot of fans in there that have a lot of creative ability, it seems like. And it seems like every day we get a new Facebook message that has
Mhm.
bomb.com, and I'm bringing it back, bomb.com graphic on it.
Oh yeah.
Please go see the group, because you will not you'll get your ROI out of it by that one
Oh
click.
yeah.
Trust me.
Like if you're constantly yearning for people to talk Broncos with, or just things to see about the Broncos, you know, and myself and the other admins, we try our very best to weed out, you know, the troll posts and the solicitations and the clickbait. But I mean, every now and then they slip through. There's a lot of content going through this group, but there, for the most part, it's all solid and it's good stuff. So make sure you do that. Of course, our you know, I'm kind of embarrassed about this, Broncos Country. Our first human commenter happens to be our biggest troll, and that's Broncos Suck, saying, well, look what the cat dragged in. If the cat dragged you in, Bronco, did you run into a puma? Was it a cougar and you pumaed your pants, or it dragged you in?
As the famous rappers say, Johnny, the haters make us famous. So
that's
keep
right.
them coming.
Let's please, yes.
Keep them coming.
Except we did have that one. We did have that one last week that was so nasty. I was.
See, I don't consider that a hater. I consider that just an idiot.
That's absolutely true.
Idiot.
That's the thing.
Around.
You want to come in here and troll us all day long? Go ahead. We'll take it. The moment you make it personal, though, believe me, I'm a grizzly bear and I'm coming at you. So don't do that. We got Mile High City, baby. 303 in the house saying, let's freaking bow.
Yes,
love it. He says, catching you guys live. It's good to see you live. Glad that you're here. Our good buddy Shai Vargas, who I will be working with this week to prep his first Get Shite segment for Get Buck Game Day show, says, hey guys, what's up, buddy? Raiders Shield family in the house giving a salute, and a Niners are effed. Yep.
And he continues that. There are quite a few other teams
that
are effed. Dolphins are
effed.
Jags are effed. Along, you know, there's quite a bit of effed teams, and
lots of Fs. Yeah,
there are a lot of Fs. And I will say, all those teams, you may be right. The Jags are not effed. I can make an argument. My boy Travis Hunter, he's going to resurrect that franchise. You watch. He
needs a quarterback that can help him do that, bud.
Hey, Trevor Lawrence.
And it is not Trevor Lawrence.
Sunshine.
Listen, Sunshine. No, Sunshine was on the Denver Broncos, and that was Jordan Taylor. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry, no, he's Justin Herbert 2.0. He's got all this hype around him and has nothing to back any of it up.
They're going to surprise people. Jags are going to surprise people. Take the over, people. Make some money. Take the over.
Yeah, no, but you're right. I mean, according to Raider Shield family, there's a lot of Fs going on there. There's more Fs going on in our comment stream than a Mississippi whorehouse on a Friday night.
Oh, dear. Dear.
That's a lot of Fs.
Yeah, that is a lot of Fs. Let's hear it for Mississippi whorehouses.
Holy shnikes.
I find it funny that I say Mississippi and then we go into a Minnesota accent. Like it should have been like, oh dear, there that you don't want that, none of that, then there, you know.
Yeah. I do declare.
Let's see, Mile High City baby saying Lynch is slowly destroying the 49ers.
Ooh, that's a little spicy. That's a little spicy.
Hey, I love John Lynch, but even Elway sucked at GM for a time. He had bright, shining moments, but there was plenty where we were like, Elway, what? You know, I mean, I'm just saying, it's not like John Lynch is infallible, bud.
Yeah, Trey Lynch, or Trey Lance, rather.
Trey Lance?
Kind of kind of put the kibosh on the, the uppityness of reputation.
Well, you went and drafted a quarterback who had played 9 games for North Dakota State. I mean, come on. Oh wait, you know what? We got that soundbite now. We have that soundbite now. I got to do it.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
There
it is.
Yep.
Bruh.
Yeah. No, but anyway, I digress. Let's get into a few more here, and then we can talk training camp. Shy Vargas, I'm getting excited for Broncos football. Raider Shield family, AFC West will be the top division this year. Book it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm writing that in Sharpie. I'll tattoo that to my forehead. Except, I might replace AFC West with Broncos.
AFC North, AFC West. That's it. North and West.
Yep, you're absolutely right. A 6'10" Mexican, Adon Diaz, who just lost his job for this, says Jay is cooler than Johnny. LOL.
You're promoted, Adon.
Promoted to your couch. Bronco Deb Lucero says, woohoo, go Broncos. That's a new name. Deb, here's to you. Welcome to the Orange and Blue crew, and thank you for joining us.
Shout out to Broncos.
Kona Spence.
Kona Spence.
Yep.
Kona Spence.
Yep.
Right here.
I actually I went out for dinner with my wife earlier last week. Went to a place north of our house called, you wouldn't even believe it, here in Tennessee, Colorado Grill. We love it though. It's amazing. No, actually it's pretty legit, dude. Like trout and salmon and some really, really amazing stuff. Catfish. It's freaking-tastic. Lots of fish, lots of steak and chicken. Really good food though. Some definitely some southern twists on some things. But it's wonderful. And I had Kona.
Do they have green chili?
No.
Oh, then
Jay,
what kind of Colorado?
I know. I've told them. But then again, you cannot find like Stokes pork green chili anywhere outside the state of Colorado. It's impossible. Believe me.
As I was on vacation, I said to Dawn, I will have green chili every single meal.
And I did.
Offered.
The last time I was there, I did. Everywhere I went, I'd be like, do you have pork green chili? And they'd be like, no. And I'd be like, you better go out and get some.
Bring it.
And I swear to God, I probably brought 3 cases home with me this last trip, and they're already gone.
I'm jealous.
But no, anyway, I had Kona. I had a big old mug of Kona. It is good stuff. Shout out Spence. All right. Broncos suck, saying Jay was telling me about how bad W is a few days ago. Jay
bold-faced lies.
Yeah, no. Jay wouldn't even Jay wouldn't give you the time of day even if he knew who you were. So
I wouldn't dream of it.
No. Mile High, let's see. Yeah. Let's see. We got Broncos Deb Lucero. My first time listening. I already learned a few things about the Broncos. Exciting. So glad you're here. Love that you got Raider hater in your profile pic there. Let's see. We got our boy D-Rock in the house saying 80-20 ball Sutton. Woo! How about that? We haven't talked about it yet. Let's use that. That's our springboard to the next topic. Cortland Sutton.
Thank you,
yes,
D-Rock.
absolutely. Love D-Rock. That's our boy. He has been probably the most, honestly, I can say the most loyal fan of this show for 5 years. Love D-Rock. So we're going to use your comment to springboard us into Cortland Sutton. 4-year extension, $92 million, $41 million of that guaranteed. Dude, what a team-friendly deal that dude's taking, and that just shows his loyalty. What do you think of that, of the fact that Sutton is a Bronco for 4 more years, Jay?
Couple things. The man gets paid finally in the time period that he deserves to be, because he's being featured, he's getting volume, he's Bo's boy. He deserves to be paid. But it is also on the team-friendly aspect of life, because it only slots him as, I want to say, the 18th or 19th overall salary for wide receivers.
18th.
Which is chef's kiss, perfect as far as him in the future. But this is the biggest thing that I think a lot of Bronco fans glossed over.
The guaranteed money ends at the end of 2026. So it is really a 2-year deal. What that does is that enables the salary hit to be the first 2 years and allow us still the autonomy to go after
move on if we have
Allen extension, the Benito extension, the extensions that we need in a long-term sense. It's not going to affect, because those deals are going to be backloaded as they are. So we are in perfect position for the Allen and Benito extensions.
Oh my God!
It's the perfect team deal in that regard. It allows us to do what we want already.
You're not wrong. And for those that are sitting out there right now, Broncos fans that have been hard on something, and I have been one of them in the past. I will admit that openly and freely. I have been one of those that has openly said he's not a number one, or he's a number one on this team, but he wouldn't be on another team. I have been that person. I will openly admit that. But let's look at the facts, okay? He has been with this team as long as Garrett Bowles. He came in the same class as Garrett Bowles, Philip Lindsay. He's been here a long time. Yeah. You don't remember that? Yeah. Yeah. Same class. And, and he's been here. He has stuck it out through. That is loyalty, man. He has never once asked to walk, and he could have. We have been slogging through the muck and the grime of almost a decade of crappy seasons, and through it all, through every single bit of it, he has stuck it out. Him and Garrett Bowles still here. And at the end of the day, both of them taking team-friendly deals to stay. Saying this about Sutton, looking at what he did last season, he's had, several 1,000+ yard seasons. He's done that with crappy quarterback play. He's done it without a good supporting cast, with shitty coaching. And now here he is. He's got the coach. He's got the quarterback. And he did put up 1,000 yards last season. Dude, did you know all the stuff he did? Just the third down stats alone, listening to our boys Zach Bye and Philip Lindsay, just listening to Zach Bye shout out the stuff that Courtland Sutton does on third down alone. I'm like, holy cow.
We've known this. It's Bo Nix's whoopee. It's his security blanket. It is his guy across the middle. It's his third down companion. It's the guy that he knows from a timing standpoint is going to be on the same page as him. And I don't believe there was another wide receiver last year that matched that same confidence level that Bo had from a timing standpoint.
Oh, no.
Timing route.
Absolutely not. Now, here's the thing. Now, one thing I want to point out on third down, okay, I believe Bo Nix's QBR was 93.6 or something like that on third down when throwing to Courtland Sutton. It was only 36%. It was only a 36 when throwing to anybody else. That's on third down. That's insanity. On top of that, not a single dropped pass by Courtland Sutton last season on third down. Not one. I mean, dude, he led the league in first downs on third down. I mean, all these things. The guy is worth a lot more than I think a lot of people give him credit for. Not to mention, another thing that Zach Bye pointed out that I had no idea is that he's already this close to being in the top 5 all-time receivers for the Denver Broncos. Like right now, he's sitting right now in the first game of the season. He is set to eclipse. Who was it?
Yards.
Somebody. There's one person. I can't remember who it was, but number 10. The current number 10 standing all-time receiver Bronco, Emmanuel Sanders. He is literally like one game worth of receiving yards away from eclipsing him and moving in at number 10. But by the end of the season, if he puts together the season he had, he will easily, because he only needs 700 yards to do it, he will eclipse, he could eclipse Shannon Sharp for receiving yards on the Broncos. That's insane. This guy is legit. He's part of the family. And I am so thankful that he's still here. He may not be, Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. But the thing is, with a quarterback like Bo Nix and a coach like Sean Payton, he doesn't need to be. He just needs to be reliable. And that is what he's proven to do.
Dude, he's the ultimate glue guy. He's the ultimate bridge player. He plays well with no matter who his quarterback is. He has shown that over the timestamp of his career as far as what quarterbacks he's had. Let's take into account he started with Kyle Orton, for God's sakes, and now he's ending with Bo Nix.
No, not Kyle Orton. Not Kyle Orton. Kyle Orton was before his time.
No, he was not. No, he was not, because Kyle Orton started before Tim Tebow. And
no, Sutton hasn't been with the team that long, Jay. He came in after Super Bowl 50.
He
came in after Super Bowl 50.
No, he did not.
We're
No,
about
he did
to.
not.
Yes, he did. Hold on.
What? Thomas? No, I'm sorry. Sutton?
Yeah. Sutton was taken 40th overall in the 2018 draft, but he did not start with. He did not. He started with, what was it, Case Keenum? No. Yeah. Flacco or Keenum, one of the two.
Yeah. But
it was yeah.
He's the bridge player between eras. Like, he is the past and present and future of what this team represents. Like, he has been with it all. And I guess that's the overall narrative that I was trying to depict here, is that he's kind of he's the glue guy of this franchise. That he's been,
him and Big Bad Bulls. Him and Big Bad Bulls.
Garrett Bowles, I guess, is definitely another one of those.
They came in the same class, and both of them have stuck it out and been here through it all.
Yeah, through the low and the high.
Yeah,
and
so
that's a commendable
thing. That leads right here to this comment by D-Rock, and I'm going to hold it up. Here's to loyalty.
Very much so.
That being said, I'm very excited Sutton's here. We got a few more chats here, and then I want to do a segment with you. Let's see. Mile High City 303 baby says Raiders don't have room to talk either with Geno Smith. He is the epitome of a bridge quarterback, in my opinion.
Yeah, but he's a glue guy too, man.
And he is, but not glue in any one place. He's kind of like the sticky tack that your teacher used to pin your paper to the wall with.
Jack Kenna and Mr. Captain Rackham and Raider Shield. Like, I've said this, and you all can pin me on this, but like, the Raiders are going to surprise people. They're going to be a team that is going to win more games than people expect. If you want to win money, if you want some money, over on the Raiders as well. I'm saying Jacksonville over, and I'm saying Raiders over. Those are two teams that I would look forward to, like, surprise people with as good as they are going to be.
And I'm not going to hit any of the comments that are in the stream right now, Jay, talking about your brain fart that you had there, Kyle Orton and Cortland Sutton together, but that's okay. We forgive you. It's the heat. It's the heat, y'all. It's frying his brain.
Over 100 degrees in my parts.
And speaking of, you mentioned Jack Kenna. Here he is right here. He's saying Cortland Sutton extension is very interesting. Because of him, because Jacoby Myers of the Raiders is on the last year of his contract. Similar age, similar stats. I know I kind of want to know what it will take. It could be a similar situation. Like I said, I mean, Court was willing to take a team-friendly deal. He could have asked for more. He didn't, or he could have fought for more and kept the negotiations rolling. He agreed to a team-friendly deal. So if Jacoby Myers is willing to do something like that, that will set you guys up in a good way. But we got another one here. Oh, I have to show this one because Mile High City Baby, going back to our green chili talk, says Santiago's green chili is fire. Now, see, I don't remember. I don't know if it was the original, but there was a Santiago's like a block away from my high school. I think it might have been the original. And during like when I was like skateboarding to school, junior year before I had my car, I would swing in there and get like 3 of their sausage breakfast burritos that were chock full of that green chili. And I would just sit on the front steps of the school and just ram them into my face. They were the greatest breakfast burritos on earth.
So good, man.
Oh yeah.
I miss
let's see.
Chili.
Let's see here. Mile High City says Raiders got another old QB. LOL. Yeah. Broncos Deb Lucero has subscribed. Thank you, Deb. We appreciate it very much. So glad you're here. Also, please share it out there. Tell your friends. Help us grow. Like I said, you just subscribed. That means that you just entered the drawing for the Bo Nix jersey when we reach 539 subscribers. But we can't do the drawing until we have the subs. So let's get the word out there. Help us out.
Peyton Manning record. Peyton Manning record.
Yep. So now let's kind of roll on a little bit. We've talked Sutton. Let's do a segment, and then we can get into the meat and potatoes. A few more, training camp news, and then, of course, our main topic tonight. Jay, I feel like I need to fill some blanks.
Ooh.
I feel like we
fill blanks. Better to fill blanks than shoot blanks, Johnny.
Well, my wife's pregnant again, so I know I'm not doing that. Anyway, here we go,
Clear.
guys.
Clear.
Here we go. The phrase is incomplete. I love that. I love hearing that. I just love hearing incomplete. I could just play it over and over just to hear that.
A lot.
It's just such a big part of our Broncos culture. All right. So this is the phrase is incomplete. It's a very simple segment. Each one of us will make a blanket statement with a hole in it, a missing word, or something like or a missing phrase, but something's missing from the phrase, and then we will take turns filling in the blank. So, Jade, would you care to do the honors first tonight, cuz?
To start with, huh?
Please, I mean, if you're ready. If not, I'm ready to go. I just wanted to give you the opportunity. I am nothing if not a gentleman.
All right. I got this.
All right.
Lavelle Bailey will start blank many games for the Denver Broncos at inside linebacker.
Ooh, that's a scary one. That's a crazy one, dude. All right. So Lavelle Bailey. I mean, we saw him in preseason last year. He was great.
He was very good.
In preseason was when we saw him. He's an undrafted free agent.
Second and third.
Coming into his second year of the team. He's had some time now with Dre Greenlaw. He worked with Alex Singleton. He was around Cody Barton last year, doing a lot of learning there too. That was another vet that he got in before Singleton got hurt. He got to see, work with Singleton too. So, and he also had a pick, if I recall, in last preseason.
Yes, he did.
So yeah, I mean, given again, it's going to be our main topic tonight. But given the injuries to the inside linebacker position, honestly, I think Drew Sanders. I think he's out. I think it's over.
I think it is too.
I hate that for him because he got so jerked around on this team over the last 3 years. It's not even funny. And I would have loved to see his potential blossom, but unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see that. One, he just hasn't been given the right opportunities, and two, when he has, he's gotten hurt. So, given that injury, I'm going to use a nice safe number on this one, Jay. I'm not going too high, but I'm not going to just say 1. I'm going to go 4 to 5. Lavelle Bailey will start, not necessarily play in, start 4 to 5 games this season for the Broncos.
Wow.
What say you?
I'm saying 0.
Okay.
And the reason I say 0 is because there is no way, with the expectation that this defense has coming into this season, that we are willing to sacrifice a intricate position respective to this division when it comes to inside linebacker, covering tight ends, mind you, Brock Bowers, Travis Kelce. These are intricate positions that we have to focus on based upon the personnel that we have in this division that we're seeing twice a year. There is no way we are going into this year with Lavelle Bailey being the stand pat, we're good to go on hand. I don't think Alex Singleton is the answer. I haven't even when Drew Sanders was healthy, I was saying Alex Singleton is not the answer and not the guy. There has got to be an external solution to this that will be starting the majority of games if Drew Sanders is not good to go, which it doesn't look like he's going to be.
For an extended period.
And Sean Payton said north of 4 to 6 weeks, I believe. North of. So, man, we got to look for veteran cuts. We got to look for a trade candidate. We got to look for some sort of exterior talent to help that positional group. Because it would be irresponsible of us to go into the season with the expectations we have for that side of the ball and punt on that side of that position as far as depth goes for that. So it's got to be someone else. I don't know who it is. I can't tell you who, but it's got to be someone else. That's why I say 0.
Okay. All right. I've got a bit of a different one for you here. Are you ready? Oh, well, before we do that, let's see if any of our anybody in our comments played along. Mile High City Baby said at least 10 games.
Wow.
Woo. It's a lot of faith.
That's a lot.
If it happens, I hope he can hold it down.
I like him, but I don't know if I like him that much. 10 games of the year, I don't know if I like him that much.
Well, we'll find out, I suppose. All right, so moving on. Next incomplete phrase. Me. Ah. All right, here we go.
Unique New York.
Unique New York. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. How now, brown cow? Here we go.
Peanuts.
All right. So, all right, here we go. Besides Cortland Sutton, blank will be the leading receiver, not necessarily wide receiver, leading receiver on the Denver Broncos this season. Besides Cortland Sutton. We know the connection there between Bo and Court. I want to hear somebody else.
Interesting.
Who comes in behind Court if Court takes number 1?
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I go first here?
Yo, go. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be Marvin Mims. And it's twofold because Marvin Mims is going to be the number 2 featured wide receiver in a traditional sense, obviously, because of the talent level and because of the experience that he had in the back half of last year. I think what was the last 7 games of last year, he just looked dominant. Like he looked fantastic compared to his first half of the regular season. But he's got so much opportunity behind the line of scrimmage for screens and bubbles that in a receiving sense, he'll get a lot of receptions with some yak opportunities. So it's got to be Mims, I would think, just in an opportunity sense, number 2 behind Sutton. But at the end of the day, I will note Javonte Williams technically was number 2 last year.
He was.
As far as receiving.
He was coming out of the backfield. Yep.
So maybe that leads to your answer, but
that is not my answer.
That's an important note
not.
To know is, running back was number 2 last year for us.
Yeah. No, that's not my answer. I think that's going to be a weapon that we use and we utilize a lot. However, I don't foresee, obviously we know that RJ Harvey coming out of UCF has amazing hands and can catch. J.K. Dobbins does too. But that being said, I think you're going to utilize them more to, trick play and play action and
complement.
to continue to, I think we're finally gonna have a run game to complement the pass game. Therefore, you're not going to use them so as much in that capacity as I think a lot of people think we're going to. That being said, I'm going to stick to a type of receiver, but it is not a wide receiver. It's Evan Ingram, baby. It's Evan Ingram. The dude's the Joker. The dude is the Joker. He is a receiving phenom at the tight end position. Best hands at the tight end position in terms of full-on catching last season. And already we're hearing, talk out of training camp, absolutely saying that the connection between Bo and Evan Ingram already is electric. They know they already have a shorthand going on. It's gonna be Evan Ingram. The one thing we've been missing is a pass catching tight end who can cut up the field across the middle. Hey, he's here now. He's here now, and he is gonna. If he's not the leading receiver on the team, he will definitely be the second. So
you kind of think of it in terms of Cortland outside, Ingram inside. No matter,
of course, you can throw Ingram outside. He's got some really good skills on the sidelines. I've seen some really amazing catches by him on the sidelines over the years. So I mean.
Well,
yeah,
and I want to highlight real quick here. Ray Hass in the building.
Oh,
good evening, fellas. What up, dude?
What's up, Ray?
But most importantly, Ray comes through saying Evan Ingram. So ding, 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 right on.
There it is. And I've got to say something to Ray that I've never said to Ray before, and on any of our shows. Ray, if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. Come on, Ghostbusters. Come on, anybody?
There you go.
Ray, if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
Didn't think about that. Didn't think about that.
I don't lie. You put up Ray's comment, and for whatever reason, the quote just popped into my brain. Probably because I just watched Ghostbusters with my 10-year-old the other night for the first time. He'd never seen it before.
What?
So. Yeah, he didn't want to. I kept trying to get him to watch it, and he was like, I don't know, Dad, that doesn't seem like my kind of thing. The other night, though, he was like, Dad, can we finally watch this movie? I'm like, finally? Like, I haven't been trying for the last, 5 years to get you to watch this movie? And finally, he asked, and we watched, and he was, he saw it for what it is, a masterpiece. So,
yep, as it is. Speaking of Jared Padilla?
Padilla
in the house.
Denver Broncos for life. I gotta throw up this one here, Jay. It's another one of Bronco Deb saying, I just noticed your Bronco gang flag. Bronco gang for life. That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right. I'm actually, I think I was one of the probably first few hundred members years and years ago. Got in real tight with Andrew Young, a.k.a. the Mad Fanatic, who has been on this show multiple times. Love him to death. Good dude. Our founder, and our rap god.
For anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, go find them on Facebook. What a fantastic Broncos community to be involved in. Broncos gang.
Join the gang, baby. It's the one gang that you want to join. You should want to join.
It is. And they got tons of, in-community events and just a lot of things to be involved in.
In fact, and I won't be able to make it to this, but I think Bronco Deb actually put it up in here in the comments somewhere. I think I saw it. Oh, dang it. I lost it.
She did say that she's the first female part of that group, and I love Mad.
There it is. There it is.
Good for you, Deb. You're part of the clan. You're part of the gang. So
the gang. That's right. Sounds to me like she's more of she's OG. She is. Because there's a lot of females. There's a lot of females in the Bronco gang. And so was the first female. She's OG, bro. Straight OG. But man, I can't find it. Bronco Deb threw it in the comments about the Bronco gang. Here it is. No, this is actually Mile High City Baby that put it up there. Bronco Gang and Broncos Family. There is a Broncos Family cookout on Saturday, August 9th at Cherry Park in Thornton.
Nice.
You know, I wish I could be there. The unfortunate truth is I live nowhere near Denver, and I do not have the time off to take right now to be there. But I hope the rest of my Bronco Gang family shows up, shows out, represents, and has a blast. So, yeah. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to our main topic, and then we can hit on other little snippets coming out of camp. Snippets! I said it. I said the word, Jay. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Danny Tanner, cut it, or Joey Gladstone, rather.
Cut it out.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. All right, so the title of tonight's show is Camp Injuries and Depth. Now, we've already kind of hit on this a little bit. It's blatantly obvious. It's all we've been talking about. Drew Sanders is out for an extended period of time. Alex Singleton broke his thumb. So now, suddenly, what looked like going into the season, we had a pretty decent, depth at the off-ball linebacker position is suddenly glaringly thin. So, more, obviously there's plenty to talk about on this subject, but I've got a few just different things I want to discuss on it. How significant, Jay, would you say Drew Sanders' loss is right now to the Broncos? How significant is it to us?
The Drew Sanders loss, I feel like, is massive because that was the guy that actually had the versatility to go cover some pass protection aspects of the inside linebacking position, whereas Alex Singleton notoriously has been terrible in that regard. He's a tackling machine. He's a great run stuffer. We could have used him in Buffalo.
He's got good sideline to sideline.
I got all that. But, again, Brock Bowers, Travis Kelce, these juggernauts that we have in this division that we have to see twice a year, that ain't going to help that. So we have to have something to throw that way. And I know Hufanga is going to definitely improve that matchup because I think we'll throw Hufanga down and play some of that as well against some of those tight ends. But we've got to have a legit inside linebacker opposite of Greenlaw to be successful in this defense.
Now, of course, we've already mentioned Lavelle Bailey, and you've already talked about them going outside the organization to sign someone as a stopgap. That being said, in terms of next man up, kind of, that mentality we have to roll with, because we don't know. There's really not a whole lot of significant, players left at that position in free agency right now for us to just go grab.
There's not.
So we may have to lean on the next man up mentality. Now, I get that he is smaller, and he's definitely not built to be a linebacker. However, I would argue that there's a possibility that Jahdae Barron not necessarily plays the linebacker position, but in coverage plays can fill that void. Don't you think?
Sure. It's the same cloth as Hufanga as far as a in-box safety type of, defensive
absolutely.
back that can play, run, that has awareness enough to play on line of scrimmage. Your TJ Ward type of safety to come down.
Mm-hmm.
And all those are positives that, could definitely sustain some of the losses that we have at inside linebacker, but just longevity wise of the whole season, we still, I feel like we still got to have another body, even if Lavelle Bailey is going to be the starter. And that's what we're trotting out. We've got to have some other body. Hey. And it ain't Justin Stranad.
No. Look, all the respect in the world to JS. He is a stopgap. He is not in my opinion, I don't think he is built for or will ever be a starting linebacker in this league. Maybe on certain teams, but It is not the Broncos. It is not in the Vance Joseph defense, the Vance Joseph era. And as much as I want him to succeed, he has been with the team now, what, 4 years?
Well,
5?
It's been a considerable
it's
amount
been
of
a
time.
hot minute. It's been a hot damn minute that he has been on this team, and he has never been that guy. And I don't see any reason. I see no evidence. There's no writing on the wall. The walls aren't, there's no bleeding letters on the wall. There's no, skywriting happening. I'm not seeing, the sunrise in the east and or in, in the west and setting in the east. Anything. There's no signs to me that that's going to change. It sucks. It does. That's why, for me right now, as it stands, I mean, Alex Singleton's going to be back. He's going to be out a week. He'll be casted up and he'll still play. I still think, at least for this season, Jay, I still think he's the guy. I don't necessarily think he's the guy for our future.
Sure.
But as it stands right now, of the guys on this roster, on this team that are our options, currently, he is still, to me, the best option to stand next to Greenlaw.
I don't know. I look at that side of the ball as a whole, and I look at it as like, whether we want to admit it as an overall team or not, as far as Super Bowl window, the defensive side of the ball is a Super Bowl window side of the ball. Like, that's as good as it gets. That's cream of the crop of the NFL. And so I kind of feel like if you have the expectation of that side of the ball as high as it is going into this year, then you cannot survive with just plugging a hole with a depth player. You got to go find and maybe mortgage your future to make sure that side of the ball is solidified, because that's what this whole season is predicated on.
I don't think we're quite there yet.
That's what this whole season, though, is predicated on, is a top 5 defense, is making sure that this defense is like the best in the NFL. Because if it's not, if we gravitate back towards like middle of the pack defense, then this team is not going to be where they originally think it's going to.
Bronco Deb heading out. Got 3% left on her phone. Says, catch you next time. Incomplete. What's up?
Deb, appreciate you.
Yep, for sure. Here's to you.
But you know what I mean, as far as the expectation of each side of the ball? It'd be different if a big starter went down in the offense. But, like, the defense is, like, it's a Super Bowl defense. Like, that's
on paper.
It.
On paper.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, and I only say that. Look, I think we have a Super Bowl. We had a Super Bowl defense last season. I think we had damn near close to it. They had, honestly, the game against Buffalo, I don't know what happened to them. They took a crap and they fell apart. But I think a big part of that was their youth. That was a big stage. None of them. Was there a single member of our defense that had, except maybe on the defensive line in guys like DJ Jones that had, been to the playoffs before. Very few members of our starting defense had ever played in a playoff game.
True.
And they were doing it in Buffalo, in the against one of the best offenses in the NFL. It's a hostile environment. I don't know if you've ever been to a Bills game or spent time around Bills fans. That is a hostile environment.
But they're nuts. Yeah,
they are crazy. And I think they went deer in the headlights in that game. But they've been there now. Okay? Like, they've been there, they've done it now. Now they know what to expect, because we lost one key defensive player in Cody Barton. That's it. The rest of the team is here, and the guy we got to replace him played in the Super Bowl. So they've been there now. They know what to expect. So I do agree. It is absolutely a Super Bowl team. The only reason I'm saying that it's on paper a Super Bowl defense is because of injury history.
Sure.
Now, I have all the faith in the world. Bo Lowry and his staff are going to still field the healthiest roster in the NFL. I believe that wholeheartedly. But that isn't to say that it can't happen. And if it and God, God forbid, knocking on some wood here, if it does happen, it could change that. Now, I'm very, very excited about the way this defense looks. I think here's what I think. I think Drew Sanders' injury, while in agreement with you, absolutely is a massive hit to our depth. That being said, I think guys like guys that may not have made the 53, somebody who would likely not have made the 53 now does, and has a chance to maybe show something that we didn't expect to see, because we've seen that there have been a lot of players in our history. I mean, look at Hall of Fame, a Hall of Famer Bronco, different side of the ball, offensive, but never would have thought that Terrell Davis would have exploded onto the scene the way that he did. And granted, he made in the preseason, he goes on the road in Japan and lays a hit on a dude that no one saw coming that caused him to make the team. 2 seasons later, he's the starting running back of the Denver Broncos and goes on to be a 2-time Super Bowl winner and a Hall of Famer. So I'm not saying that we have that. I'm not saying that I have somebody, a name in mind that is on this roster right now that is gonna be that person. But I am saying stranger things have happened, and yeah. I think it's a great possibility that somebody, that wouldn't have initially made the 53 now makes it, and maybe just maybe shows us something really exciting like Lavelle Bailey.
Sure. And I think Drew Sanders is a guy that's going to get on short-term IR. So, like, week 1, he's not going to count against our roster in that regard. And I think that automatically puts it where even if Lavelle Bailey is the guy that's going to start, we're going to sign a late cut vet at that same position to at least fill the roster out.
Absolutely.
I don't think Drew Sanders will even count against the roster when week 1 rolls around here.
No, not if he's on injured reserve.
He'll be an IR candidate, no doubt.
I believe if it's short-term IR, it counts against 53. If it's long-term IR, it does not. And the fact that they stated extended period of time is how long he's out, it's going to be long-term IR.
Yep.
So
there's a mystery candidate still out there for that inside linebacking job, whether they compete with Lavelle Bailey or not, and whoever gets the starter. Maybe it's Alex Singleton at the end of the day. The dust settles and we're right back to square one, where Singleton and Greenlaw are, the linebackers, and we take off, and it is what it is. But there will be another candidate out there, I think, that we don't know about.
To hit on the specific injuries sustained by these two gentlemen, it looks like, and Sean Payton hit on it in his press conference today, I believe, or yesterday. It was today. His press conference for today, he talked about, the type of injury Drew. No, it was yesterday. Sorry, it was yesterday. Drew's injury, and that it is a ligament in the foot. It's not his Achilles, which plagued him in the past, and it's not a tendon. Now, again, you know me, I'm medical. That's my background. It's what I do. I live it day in, day out. He's absolutely right in what he said. A ligament injury is far less serious than a tendon. Because what a ligament does, for those that don't know the difference between ligaments and tendons, they're very similar structures, but a ligament, it connects muscle to bone. It holds the muscle down. A tendon, on the other hand, is responsible for the pulling, stretching, and retraction that assists in motion and movement.
Yeah. So
if a ligament's torn, it heals much faster, and it is much less serious than if you tear something that is responsible for the movement, especially of your foot and your ankle. I know, because I'm crippled in my left ankle, and I can tell you right now, I wish I had a torn ligament instead of a shredded tendon. Now, as far as Alex Singleton's thumb goes, I'm guessing it happened yesterday, first day in pads. People don't realize how weak this joint actually is. It's quite weak. Very easy to pop loose, dislocate, all that. I'm guessing he probably just got his hands a little too deep into someone's pads first day back in pads, there's a little rust there, and someone moved the wrong way, and his thumb went, and that's what happened. Knowing Alex Singleton, he's going to be fine. I mean, the dude literally played an entire game on a torn ACL.
Tough SOB.
He really is. I mean, like, that guy's truly living up to his Viking roots.
Yep.
Like
long hair flowing.
Yeah, long blonde hair, definitely Viking roots, and he definitely plays like it. So moving on there from those two, from that position. Now that we as Broncos country have been humbled by this, Jay, how do we feel about other positions on the team? Are there other areas where we are thin and we need to be concerned if someone gets hurt?
I wouldn't necessarily say from a thin standpoint, but like, I know that we kind of spoke previous to this podcast about the running back room, and like we talked about, the rookie running back plague that is pass pro. Harvey being blown up today based upon reports from Jonathan Cooper, blew his head up in a pass pro sense, and Harvey's been struggling in that. Like, Harvey looks shifty. Harvey looks exactly as advertised in the skill sets that you would think Harvey would, be extremely good at. But
sure,
get on the field as a rookie, you have to protect the franchise quarterback, and he has struggled in that.
Okay.
And that's kind of why in previous weeks here, we've talked about who's getting the lion's share of snaps at the running back position. And I've still contested it's J.K. Dobbins, because he's still the overall package. He might not have the explosiveness. He doesn't have the potential, but like, he will save Bo Nix's life in a couple plays a year.
I hear you. I will play devil's advocate for just a moment here in favor of our rookie. Okay. It is very hard, whether you're a rookie or a veteran, to defend against the best pass rushing tandem duo in the NFL last season.
Very true.
Two guys who both had double-digit sack seasons, or a double-digit sack season last year, right?
True.
I mean, they led the league as a tandem, and Nick Bonito almost led the league individually. They are the best pass rushing duo there is, and as a rookie, having those guys come at you, that's got to be difficult. Now, that's me playing devil's advocate and saying, I think that prepares him against probably at least half the league in being, in a better way than it would otherwise, to be ready to pass pro against the edge.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, you get going against some of these other dudes, some of these other big dogs out there, and for some reason I'm having a massive brain fart at the moment, and nobody else's names other than Broncos players come to mind. Who am I thinking of? Browns. No, I'm not thinking Browns. Raiders. Mad Max.
Oh, Max Crosby.
Yeah, obviously, if you're a rookie running back going up against Max Crosby, you're probably dead. You're probably going to die.
Well,
but
and that's the effect that the confidence level of a rookie can have sometimes. Like, Harvey has been built up to have this extremely rare skill set and skill set that is going to be extremely advantageous for our offense. But when you get blown up in pass pro, you get knocked back a couple steps as a rookie.
Yeah.
That leads to a lot
emotional damage.
Yeah.
Have bounce back. You got to know how to respond to that, and that's a whole different skill set in itself. To get knocked on your ASS and get back up and keep on going.
Which is something that Audric Estime hasn't done.
Bruh.
And God, I want Audric to be the guy.
Jay. Hey, reports were he had a great day.
He had a great day.
Had a great day.
He had a great day. But but other reports that I've been hearing is that that his hustle is down in general.
Yeah,
he seems kind of woe is me kind
did
of.
Philip Lindsay tell you that?
Not just him. And no, I didn't talk to Philip Lindsay.
I love Phil, okay? I love him. I've got his jersey right here, but he's a little salty. He may not
yes,
tell
he
all
is.
the truth.
Well, Philip Lindsay has never led me astray. So
I love the guy. Love him.
Yeah.
Bruh.
But the point is, I think the biggest weakness in his game last year was in his own head. I've stated that repeatedly all off season long. And if he's in camp right now with similar head issues, the odds of him, one, making the 53 or two, having any impact on the season, very low, Jay. Very low.
About Audric?
Yeah.
With head issues?
Come on, man. I've said it all off season. Dude, after those fumbles and everything, he got in his own head. He got in his own way. He was absolutely like, most of his struggles, I think, came from his lack of confidence that he lost because of those fumble issues. And now I think because of that, he got benched against the Bills. Then they go out, they get a veteran running back who is a stud. They get a new rookie, the new toy. They bring him in, and he's sitting here going, "Oh shit, this is bad for me, man." And I think it's very possible he's letting it get into his head. He's already shown he has already shown that he lets things affect him mentally.
Damn it, Johnny!
I want him to be. Do not get me wrong. I want him to be the guy. I want him to be. I just don't know if he can.
He's one of the youngest people on the roster. Of course he's going to be.
And it shows.
Of course he's going to be immature. He's going to pout. I don't take full credit or full stock in what Philip Lindsay says as far as he is pouting in training camp because of his depth chart, because he's running with sometimes the 3s or the 4s. I think that's riffraff. The dude can play. The dude is still a draft pick of this team. I'm not going to succumb to the Audric Estime blasphemy until I see it happen in the preseason. Because as we always talk about in the preseason, every year, there are players that can make or break their whole trajectory of the year based upon preseason. Audric Estime is one of those guys. If he balls out in the preseason, he's on the roster no matter.
Come on, man.
Okay.
He's going to be there. And
like I said,
ample opportunity. Ample. In the preseason, at least.
Ample. I love it. I hear you. Like I said, I want him to be the guy, Jay. I want it. I want it so bad I can taste it, because he was my pick. He was the guy during this offseason that I shouted out saying this would be his year. But now I'm starting to wonder. Okay? And so I want it to happen. I want it to will it into existence. I just don't know if it's going to happen. That being said, rolling it back, we have a question here from Crew Talk Sports on Twitter saying, what about bringing in Quan Alexander? He's a free agent.
Love it.
I mean,
Love
yeah.
That linebacker.
Solid
ideal.
dude. Ideal. Yeah. I mean, when I say solid, I mean like really solid dude. Obviously there's been he's had some issues in the past. Unnecessary roughness stuff. He's also had, I believe he was suspended for 5 games for performance enhancing, PED usage. But beyond that, I don't think I've ever really heard his name in the news much for any reason. And he is a baller. So yeah, no, they could go get him on a team friendly deal. The fact that he's still floating out there as a free agent means that he, probably needs to take a team-friendly deal in the interest of getting paid and playing. I would go for it. Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
Shout out Crew Talk Sports. Appreciate you all for dropping in. Love you guys.
For sure.
For
Absolutely.
anyone that doesn't know, look them up. X, YouTube, whatever it may be.
They good people.
They are very good people. Like them a lot.
So great content. Love their content.
Very much so.
So, I'm going to throw one more position out there.
I was going to say, I had one more as well. I want to see if we overlap here.
I'm pretty sure we do. If Evan Ingram goes down.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly where I was going as well.
I mean, we're cousins. We're family. We have very similar brain patterns in a lot of ways. If Evan Ingram goes down, we're right back to the same damn depth we had last season at the tight end position. Which except maybe Caleb Lohner, who is still a gigantic question mark.
Count him for anything. He shouldn't even suit up this year. He should be a pure film study student of the year.
Red shirt rookie, year. Baby.
Yeah.
There's but no I'm saying, what I'm saying is, as far as the other guys that are behind Evan Ingram, if he goes down, it's the same damn tight end roster we had last season: Troutman, Kroll, and Adkins. So, that makes me just a little nervous.
Here's the question, Johnny. This is different in my eyes than the inside linebacking position of having injuries, having depth issues, and needing to plug that hole desperately.
Sure.
If Evan Ingram goes down, I don't think we do a damn thing about it. I think we do continue on with Adam Troutman and Lucas Kroll as the
absolutely.
Solution. There's no vet coming.
I mean, no, there's no vet coming there. Absolutely not. But I'm just saying, like, that is one area where if an injury happens, I'm going to be like, oh, damn it.
We're effed in the A.
Now, that being said, effed in the A. No, effed in our tight end. Yeah.
TE.
Yeah, effed right in the TE. But I will give them this. I will give them some just desserts here. Troutman had several really good catches. Several for touchdowns. He had that one-handed in the back of the end zone from Bo that was beautiful.
Yeah, but you're not about to sing the praises of Adam Troutman as a receiving tight end, right?
No, what I'm saying is we won 10 games, went to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years with those three guys as our tight end room, and we still have them.
Despite the tight end room, we did all that.
But they did fill a role and they did produce. I'm not sitting here saying that you lose your joker. You lose your joker, dude. That the position's a different position. I'm not saying that. Oh, Adam Troutman is absolutely going to be able to fill the void left by Evan Ingram if Evan Ingram goes down.
Now, Johnny. One thing you need to take into a factor is that Cecil Lammey still claims Rob Gronkowski is in the mountains of Colorado training right now to be a Broncos tight end. He's coming. He's coming on down the mountain. I believe he's in Colorado Springs or Aspen or somewhere up there still training. So you just never know, Johnny. Okay?
Jay, I love you. You're my family. You're my cousin.
He's still coming, right? Right, Cecil? He's still coming, right?
No, he's not coming anywhere at all except for the only place Rob Gronkowski is going is to a soundstage in LA to film his next USAA commercial. Okay? He's not coming to Denver. Period.
Come on, Cease.
He's not coming. First of all, he's not coming out of retirement. He wouldn't have come. He came out of retirement once already, and for one person, and that man's name was Tom Brady. He's retired too. He's not coming out of retirement, and even if he did, I don't think he's doing it to come to play for Denver. Even if he was seen having conversations and laughs with Sean Payton.
Are you telling me that Cecil Lammy's wrong, Johnny?
Yes, I am. Look, a lot of respect to Cease. Okay, Cease has some good takes and some really good analytics, but some of his takes are James Marilat, Nick Wright-esque to me.
Ooh,
Okay,
spicy.
some, not all. Now, anything that comes out of James Marilat's mouth or anything that comes out of Nick Wright's mouth,
disregard.
It rolls off my back like water off a duck. But when it comes to Salami, I will listen, and then I will sit there and go, yeah, or no. So no, all the respect in the world to Cease. He's the Gronkowski is not coming to Denver. He's in LA filming his next USAA commercial with Sam Elliott. Okay. I fully predict a future commercial for USAA in which Gronkowski walks in with a giant bushy mustache trying to emulate his roommate, Sam Elliott. I think it'd be hysterical. But
that'd be good.
That being said, Ray Haas asking us, what about Fant? Fant has burned bridges. Has Fant burned bridges here? Is he asking too much money? He can't block for shit. First of all, the guy is not an inline blocking tight end by any stretch of the imagination, and he's money's too great for a skill set that we already have that he is worse at than the guy we have.
Now hold up, Johnny. Knock on wood here. Evan Ingram blows his knee out tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll entertain it. Because like I said last week, Evan Ingram is leaps and bounds ahead of Noah Fant as far as potential of what skill set they bring to the team. But if we don't have a Evan Ingram on the team for the year, we have to have something. And so like I would be fine with Noah Fant on the team if Evan Ingram is not on the team. But like other than that, that's it. Break glass for emergency.
Ray does make a point here. Not Evans can't inline block either. Reports out of camp is that he's gotten better at it.
But you can only have so many tight ends like that on your roster.
Right.
And Kroll is the same way. Troutman's the only two-way on the roster. Loner's obviously not that either. Loner can't.
We don't know what Loner is yet. The guy's played 57 football snaps in his career.
Loner can't block. I'm gonna say it right now. Like the dude.
I don't know, dude. Given his size, he might just be able to get in the way.
Yeah, maybe.
He's 6'7", almost 280 pounds. That's a big freaking dude.
But it's a heady game to play the blocking tight end game because you have to know line blocks and line assignments like an offensive lineman. That's a heady position.
Yeah. No, look, I wrote an entire article on Caleb Loner when we drafted him for on Predominantly Orange, and I'm excited and very intrigued by him. All right. Don't know what he is yet. The guy has played out. The guy did not play a snap of football since 8th grade until his senior year of college. He has played 57 snaps of football in game since then in college. We have not seen him in the NFL. He is a freak athlete. First of all, I will say that.
He is.
He's a freak athlete. He's enormous. His wingspan is insane, by the way.
True.
He's got sure hands and he's got great body control. That all comes from being a, Division I basketball player. But we just don't know what he's going to be. So you can't count on him. Now, that being said, do I agree with you that bringing in Noah Fant as an insurance policy would I wouldn't be against it if Ingram gets hurt? Sure.
Blow his knee out. Like, that's the only reason.
Knocking on all the wood. I'm going to knock on all the wood in my house about this. Like,
yep.
Evan Ingram, no, don't get hurt. But I don't think I would sign Fant until there's a need.
After that.
Yeah, which I don't think he'll be around at that point. I think he'll get picked up first. So, I don't know. I can say right now, as it stands, no, Noah. We've
got some good. We've got some good comments on this subject as well. Andy, which again, great content. Go find him on YouTube, X, Facebook, all the rounds here. He's got great content out there for Broncos. But he says, I would love Fant as purely an Ingram insurance. But just the backup, obviously, slot to that tight end. And he follows up saying, we all would obviously want Ingram to play 17 plus games. It hasn't been in the cards for him in the near future here. Like that hasn't been Ingram's MO. Certainly not. But again, bringing Fanton as purely an Ingram insurance would be really intriguing to him. Sure. But again, I think it would be retrospectively, it wouldn't be preemptively before an injury to Ingram. So I would wait for the injury to happen to make that determination. I wouldn't put him on the roster preemptively before.
No,
I guess that's my stance.
There's and one thing that I will say, and we're actually going to have to get out of here in just a couple minutes. We kind of went over. We didn't touch on all the stuff out of camp, and that's fine. We have a subject, and we stuck to it, and I'm happy with that. But I will say this. About Noah Fant. Liked him as a person. He was meh as a Bronco, as a player on the Broncos. Never quite lived up to the potential that we thought he had. Just like pretty much every tight end we've had for the last, 12 years. But Sean Payton has made it blatantly obvious that he's not he's not about storylines. He doesn't give a shit about a storyline. Oh, the return, the grand return. He doesn't care. Nope. Two, that anybody who was part of previous regimes, except maybe Garrett Bowles and Cortland Sutton, anybody else who was part of those previous teams, he has shoved, not ushered, not gently patted on the bottom as they walked out, shoved.
Bye, Jay Sims.
Shoved them out the door.
Bye-bye.
I want my guys. I want my stuff. It's my toys. This is my room, and I want my stuff in it. Anybody else's, who the kid that lived here before and left that box in the corner of stuff he didn't want, I'm putting it in the dumpster. I'm not even going to go through it. That's Sean Payton. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
And so I don't see a universe in which Sean Payton is going to want a former Bronco who was ushered out the door for a reason coming back.
Yep. You're totally right. You're totally right.
So, I don't know. Shy says, and the last thing we got to say, but before we get out of here, we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, our savior, Bo Nix. Shy Vargas brings it up. Bo Nix is looking good in training camp. So, let me see. I had some notes I took about the things that I'd heard about Bo coming out, of training camp this week. Give me just 1 second here.
That's okay. While you're doing that, we got our boy, a Bronco bro himself, George Montoya. He just needs to learn football. He's a basketball player, i.e. Jimmy Graham, Jeremy Shockey. He's talking about Loner. Man, Loner will have his opportunities, man. He certainly will, but it ain't going to be in his rookie year when he's off of 18 snaps in his total football career, whatever the hell that number is.
57 snaps,
whoop-de-doo, but basically the same thing.
All 4 were for red zone touchdowns.
I'm all for it, but he needs some seasoning, obviously, before he's thrown into the wolves. But
yeah. I mean, there's time. There's time. There's a reason that Sean Payton took a 7th round unproven tight end the same year he signed a joker tight end in someone like Evan Ingram. There's a reason that they corresponded, because he saw something and goes, between me and that guy, we can take this guy who is literally completely raw clay still in the packaging and mold him into something spectacular.
Well, and it's as said, I believe, by Zach Stevens at DNVR. Loner is one of those guys that should have been an undrafted player.
Should have been.
And we took him in the 7th to just secure his rights.
Sean wasn't willing to let it run to chance that someone else might get him.
Nope. That's
just
our guy we wanted.
Just like he did when he drafted R.J. Harvey in the second round. Or Pat Bryant in the second round. Both
We're
of those
not
guys.
going to let him go.
Those guys were overdrafted because he saw them and said, nope, that's my guy, and that's my guy, and I don't give a damn about gradings or estimated positions. I'm going to take my guys now before someone else can sweep them out from underneath me.
But at the end of the day, like Ray House says, no boo-boos for Ingram.
You said it, buddy.
No boo-boos.
All right, so that does it for us. We're going to go ahead and roll out of here. I wish there was more time because there's still some stuff to talk about, but that's okay. I guess we can save something for the guys on Broncos talk about tomorrow night. What do you think?
Might as well.
Might as well. Give them a fair shake at having a successful episode. So, guys, thank you for joining us for the July 29th, 2025 edition of Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast, right in the heart of training camp. As stated earlier, if this is your first time or you have not before, we are the Orange and Blue Network, so please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and check out the audio version of our podcast everywhere you find your favorites. Please share it out there. Let the world know about us. When we are just under 200 subscribers away. When we reach 539 subscribers, anyone who subscribed to the show is entered into a drawing to win an authentic orange Bo Nix jersey. You don't want to miss out on that opportunity. So hit that subscribe button, y'all. Ding that notification bell so you don't miss any of our awesome content, to include Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, daytime show, 11 a.m. for Orange and Blue Blitz. Mondays, we have the Broncos Bros. We got us on Wednesday nights. You got Broncos talk on Wednesday nights. You got, for the Spanish speakers out there, we got Viva los Broncos on Fridays. We have the Fresh Squeeze Breaking News podcast that comes out whenever there's breaking news. And we also have, it's coming up, guys, we are 12 days away, the Get Bucked Game Day show, 1 hour every game day, or 1 hour before game time every game day, and after game time, right after the game, you got the Buck Your Feelings post-game show to make you, to help you feel better, or to just talk all kinds of smack about the victory your Broncos just pulled out. It's going to be a good time. You don't want to miss any of it. Also, show our partners in crime some love, the MHRT Network, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, even Instagram. Show them some love as well. They'll greatly appreciate it. Guys, I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Camp rolls on, and we are this close to preseason football. I mean, it is coming. I can taste it, and I'm so excited.
Johnny, I want one more.
Oh, noises!
Love it. Love it. All right, so that being said, guys, we're going to get out of here, so we're going to give you a big mile-high salute, and go Broncos! We believe! Good night.
Let's go.
Orange and blue, we're here for you. Talking Broncos all day through. No stopping us, we're on the loose. Come join the crew, no bad news. Podcast vibes so fresh and true. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Catching up on all that we knew. And play, let the episodes accrue. Nothing rhymes.